like every morning you wake up and look in the mirror, you're like, oh my God, is that me? Oh my God, I look like my grandmother. I look like my mother.
Wow! Come on, move it on. I said, baby, I know you're on a roll.
Hello, my name is Vivian. Good morning, and this is Skincare My Way. And today I'm going to talk about aging gracefully. Yep, that's what I said. Is there such a thing? Well, you have all these famous people like Cameron Diaz and Oprah and Justine Bateman with their books and their interviews talking about really an attitude adjustment on that it's okay. It's all okay. It's going to be okay if we grow old. Well, let me tell you what I think. I think aging gracefully is not an attitude adjustment. I think it's a health issue. And I think we have to take a look at why the skin is aging the way it is. And again, that is why we have to start looking into the future of skincare. That maybe we don't have to have an attitude adjustment every time we look in the mirror and our skin looks really bad. Because being a 66-year-old woman, one of the, like every morning you wake up and look in the mirror, you're like, oh my God, is that me? Oh my God, I look like my grandmother. I look like my mother. It's not, it can ruin your whole day, for sure. But when you look at aging gracefully, you have to look at cellular health, and that's what we did. All the research in anti-aging that's going on right now is really about cellular health and how the cells have 60 times to turn over in your lifetime, and that is called the Hayflick limit. And when I was doing my research, I ran across this really cool scientist out of New York University. His name is Michio Kaku. And he was the one, there was two actually. I'll play the clips. Michio Kaku and Maria Cuervo, Dr. Maria Cuervo, and she is out of Albert Einstein University. And these two talked about how your cells over all your body get gummed up. But every cell that you have has a repair mechanism. And if we could find a way to clean up, polish these cells, the repair mechanism should start again.
It turns out that we know what aging is. Aging is the buildup of error. That's all aging is. The buildup of genetic and cellular error. As cells begin to age, they begin to get sluggish because genetic mistakes start to build up. Now, cells, however, have a repair mechanism. They can repair damage to their cells. Otherwise, we would all basically rot very soon after birth. However, even the repair mechanisms eventually get gummed up, and then the cell really starts to get old as a consequence. So then the question is, can you accelerate cell repair? That is another branch of gerontology which is being looked at, using genes and using chemicals to accelerate the repair mechanisms. For example, if I take any organism on the planet Earth, from yeast cells to spiders, insects, rabbits, dogs, and even monkeys now, and I reduce their caloric intake by 30%, they live 30% longer. In fact, the only organism which has not yet been deliberately tested by scientists are Homo sapiens. All the other species obey this basic rule. You starve them to death, they live longer.
And that is where I hung my hat. And that is when I really took a look at, am I really cleaning my skin enough? And how am I going to really clean my skin without stripping my skin? So that was kind of like my hypothesis and what I was going to work on. And it was so funny because my thing is that all these researchers have to work on mice, and I'm like, well, it's my skin, the largest organ of the body. Hello. So I was gonna work on my skin, and now I am. I'm really happy with cleaning up my skin, and now I'm gonna do my entire body. But one of the things that I think about is that today, when we look at people who have made it to over 100 centenarians, you can see that through time that their skin literally has died off. When the skin dies off, it becomes a major health issue. Now, I'm not saying that is probably the reason they are all in wheelchairs, but I'm sure if their skin never had the spotting, never became thin, it never became, and if it worked, I think that it would have an impact on the overall issues of total health, because again, the skin is the largest organ of the body. Now, when you look at aging gracefully, I don't know if you want to get to be 100, 120 with really dead skin. I don't know. I don't know if Cameron Diaz wants to go there, and what her attitude is going to be when she gets to be 60 or 70 for that matter. Because if we don't know what to do now and we can't fix the health of the skin, I believe it does have an impact, more impact on the body than we realize. But that's just what we do in our little research. But we're going to keep going, because I think aging gracefully is hogwash. And I do believe if there were a way to ungum the skin and create more of a healthy environment, I think Cameron Diaz, Justine Bateman, and Oprah would be all over it. So anyway, that's what I think. So aging gracefully, hogwash. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go kicking and screaming, and I am going to do everything that I can do to try to rebuild and make the healthiest skin possible, on me anyway. Oh well, that's enough for today. I will talk to you later. Goodbye. God bless you, and have a really great day. Thank you.
I said, baby, I know you're on a roll. Sweet honey, let's take it real slow.